Hi, everybody. Welcome to Networking Action. My name is Roni. Today, I have the pleasure to talk with Jayme Shiarla. She's a life coach who is helping people with mind transformation. Oh my goodness, we got to learn more about that. Hi, Jayme. How are you today?
I am doing wonderful. How are you today, Ronnie?
I'm okay. I'm alive. So, Jayme, tell us, what is it that you do?
So, I am a mindset transformation coach, certified life coach, and NLP practitioner. So, kind of the easiest way I can describe this is that I believe everything starts and ends within our minds. So, it is my goal to dig into people's brains to help retrain their brain and shift their perspectives.
Interesting. So let me ask you this: like, when we're talking about mind transformation, obviously we're not doing like hypnosis or any, no ooga booga, let's call it, right? But you're dealing with a lot of, like, I guess, affirmations. And so what is it about you that, or your coaching, that sets you apart? Maybe would be the right question for this.
Yes, 100%. So, kind of like I said, is that no matter where somebody's at on their journey, if, for instance, say you have somebody who is looking to achieve success within their job, what does success, like the success actually mean to them? Because many are chasing after a goal, and it's what I like to refer to as the I'll be happy when syndrome. And so they work their booties off to get to a certain level of success, and then all of a sudden it's not enough. It didn't meet that expectation, and it's this high they keep trying to catch, and it's either very, very temporary or they never experience it. So what happens along this journey is that they end up living a life that's very unfulfilled. They start to experience burnout, and they're just exhausted. They're going through the motions. They get stuck. They're just questioning everything. It's now impacting their personal lives as well as their professional lives. And so, what it's kind of like my biggest MO to do is to just dig in and kind of like, let's reset. Like, what are we really doing all of this for? Are you running from something, and the aftermath to that just happened to be, quote unquote, a level of success that many are chasing? But if you're not actually happy with it along the way, what are you really doing it for? So it's kind of digging down and getting back to the basics, and like appreciating and learning how to be present and enjoying what it is that you're doing, but also clarifying where it is that you're going and how you can enjoy that process and be motivated along the way as well.
That is very, very interesting. So I actually looked in your website, and there's a lot of great information on Jamie's website, a lot of interesting coaching events. So I saw a couple things. I saw group coaching. Do you do one-on-ones as well?
Yes.
And the one cool thing that I saw was the retreat. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. So I'll kind of like work my way down with all of those. So the group coaching program is a monthly membership I do that's called Reset 2021. I am not a fan of New Year's resolutions because they never work.
Yeah.
And I'm also not a big fan of starting over on Monday. Like, you could take 3 minutes to breathe and be like, today is the moment I'm going to change right here and now. So I do a lot of high level as a group coaching session. That's a live virtual session, just kind of going over the basics of setting boundaries, organizing your schedule, staying motivated, how to bounce back when life happens. So that's kind of overall what the group coaching is. My one-on-one, that is my sweet spot. This is where I really get to dig into people's brains, and it gets really, really heavy, which is why it's very, very important for me to mention that every client that I work with, it remains insanely confidential. If they choose to say they work with me, great, but I will never speak out and tell who it is that I work with, because we work through some really, really heavy stuff. And they are people that are higher net worth people, so they prefer not to have it really be known of that that's an area they're working with. So, but all of my one-on-one coaching, my secret sauce there is that I actually record my sessions and I make my clients watch the playbacks because they are forced to sit across the table from their best friend, aka them. So that's a very, very big thing, that no matter even if they're local or if they're further away, I have clients all over the world. It is always virtual for that reason. Now the retreat, this is a week-long wellness retreat that I and another business coach, we are going to be co-facilitating in the country of Panama. And that is going to be April 24th, so 1 month from today. through May
Woohoo!
1st. And it's about 6 hours away from Panama City. This is my third retreat that I have hosted here, but it's going to be a mixture of surf and yoga and massage and mindset workshop and just pure beautiful weather and just good food. And it's just such a great place to reset and to just kind of reflect, but then just enjoy a week away from reality. So I'm really excited about that.
That sounds like such a wonderful dream right now, just to experience, self work and just to recharge. It's
Yes.
been a really tough year, okay?
Yes,
And we're only in
absolutely.
March.
Agreed.
Wow, that is so, so cool. So I know we said that, a lot of the people you do talk to, the information is confidential, but do you have like maybe a success story you want to share? Like without giving details, right? We don't really care about who was it, but the outcome.
Yes, 100%. So, ooh, I have a couple really, really good ones. One of my clients actually out of Australia. She was very, very burnt out. She has 3 children, one of which also has autism, and was kind of coexisting next to her husband and his successful business. And she was just always the one running around, really just lacking. I'm just a mom. What's my purpose? I'm tired. Like, I feel like I don't get to do what it is that I want to do. And so just kind of recognizing a lot of it all was stemming from what she thought she was supposed to be doing and who her identity was based off of what social media says. And so we really, really got down to the nitty gritty of it. It was what she really believed she was capable of doing. And we recognized her confidence just wasn't there. So when we started to actually kind of clear the weeds and rip the roots out of those to be able to find what it is that really, really meant would bring fulfillment and happiness to her,
Sure.
we were now able to help her gain confidence. But then now, once that was in place, that's where the clarity part takes place. Then we go into establishing those limiting beliefs that are blocking somebody from achieving what it is they're looking for. And then that's where the mindset transformation takes place, where we have to just retrain ourselves to think differently. And many want to jump in, kind of even similar with weight loss. Like, if you want to be able to lose weight, it's going to be impossible if you're used to eating McDonald's 7 days a week, and then now all of a sudden you want to force yourself to eat a salad 7 days a week. It's not going to work. We have to find sustainable habits. And so kind of incorporating the practicalities of like, okay, what are some boundaries that need to be in place? Why are you worth this? Why do you deserve this? And how can we organize a schedule that balances out to what you're used to as we start to transition into different habits to get you consistent on towards those goals that you want to achieve. So it's very practical, but it does really, really get deep within the sense of self-worth as well.
We do live in a weird world. I kind of said it like a few seconds ago, but I'm still overwhelmed by how weird this place is and this blue planet we're on. So COVID-19, has that affected your business?
So actually, it has made my business skyrocket. And the reason being is, although it was unfortunate, in many, many ways, my heart goes out to so many people who were impacted so harshly from the experience. But the key thing that happened with it was isolation. So everything that I talked about with the person I work with on burnout, and they use work as their coping mechanism, and they always have to be busy all the time. COVID forced them to sit alone with their own thoughts and be with their own demons. And many people didn't know how to respond, and they actually never even knew who they were, or they're stuck at home with their children and their spouse and they don't even know who they are. And so now there's this extra added stress on top of, say, the financial side or the health side, because it was just a culture shock. And so for me, that's where I thought the beautiful part about this COVID experience is people were forced to sit with themselves and what really mattered. So although that's a very heavy process, that is definitely where my services were noticed on how valuable it is to have an unbiased source in your corner to get through and dig in the trenches with you. Because those that love and care about you most, yes, they're there to support you, but they know you too well. So you need somebody who's going to kind of check you. And I'm big on, I always refer to my program as the Beauty Beast Boot Camp, because I'm going to give you this tender love and care, but I am going to kick your butt, and I will provide a lot of tough love to be like, you don't want to hear this, but you need to hear it. So I definitely think that there was good that came from that. And like I said, for me personally, it greatly impacted my business and gave me the opportunity to help a lot of people who were struggling to face themselves.
All right. Well, Jayme, thank you so much for sharing all this information. This is really eye-opening conversation for me. It's really interesting. Would you mind sharing with us your contact information so other people can reach out to you?
Yes, absolutely. So I have all of my information available on the internet, obviously, since I'm virtual. So please, please cyber stalk away. You can find me on Facebook, Jayme Shiarla. I actually have a Facebook group that is called Unleash the Beast Within. This group is really cool because I post at 4:03 every single morning something motivational or something educational that you can take away and use as value on a daily basis. You can find me on Instagram at Jayme the Coach, or you can go to my website at jaymeshiarlacoaching.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.